Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you doing well today. I am making this video with the intention of introducing you to the travel vocabulary you're going to be learning about here in Module 4. And this is pretty exciting because this is something, as with all the other topics in this course, that you could use in your real day-to-day, everyday life. So it's very possible you may be traveling somewhere, perhaps in a foreign country that speaks Spanish, and you may want to be able to reserve a hotel room. So the goal is that upon successful completion of this module, you'll be able to do just that. So, as we get started here, I know you may not be able to read the full sentences yet in Spanish, and that's okay. That comes with practice and with perhaps more Spanish classes in your future. But I'm going to help you understand the bolded words here, which are your vocabulary words for Module 4. And as we take a look at these together, I will help you translate these sentences. So let's get started. Here we see that Señor Harrison va a España. Mr. Harrison is going to Spain. I wish, right? Mr. Harrison is going to Spain y va a quedarse por unos días y esperar tener unas vacaciones fabulosas. So Mr. Harrison is going to Spain. Va a quedarse. He's going to stay. Quedarse is to stay. Por unos días, for a few days, y esperar tener unas vacaciones fabulosas. And he hopes to have a fabulous vacation. You can see over here on the left, we see El Hotel. This is the Torre Garden Hotel, which is actually where I stayed when I visited Spain most recently. The Torre Garden. You can see here we have La Recepción, the reception area, where the receptionist might be and where you would check in and all that good stuff. So let's take a look at a conversation that might occur between a receptionist and Mr. Harrison here. So we see the recepcionista that says, "Hola, señor, bienvenido." Hello, sir, welcome. Mr. Harrison says back, "Hola, quisiera una habitación por una noche." I want you to say that with me. Quisiera una habitación por una noche. I would like a room for one night. Quisiera una habitación por una noche. A room, una habitación for one night, una noche. The receptionist asks back in response, she says, well, una habitación doble o sencilla? Do you want an habitación doble, a double room, as you see here on the right, two beds, or do you prefer una habitación sencilla, a single room, aka a room with one bed? So an habitación is a room, sencilla, single or one bed. Habitación doble, a double room or a double bedroom, we might say. As our conversation here continues between Mr. Harrison and the receptionist, we see Mr. Harrison say, Quisiera una habitación sencilla. He answers the question there, telling her that Quisiera una habitación sencilla. I would like a single room, aka a room with only one bed. The receptionist says back, Oh no, lo siento, I'm sorry. No está disponible. It's not available. We don't have that right now. We don't have a single room. But hay una habitación doble. There's a double bedroom. Okay, a room with a double bed. That's fine. Okay. Señor H asks, well, ¿cuánto cuesta por noche? How much does it cost per night? ¿Cuánto cuesta por noche? And the recepcionista says back, well, cuesta $200 por noche. It costs $200 per night. Señor H le dijo al recepcionista que no le importa, solo que necesita tener el internet inalámbrico. So Mr. Harrison says that's cool, that's fine, doesn't matter, no le importa, but that necesita tener internet inalámbrico, but that he needs to have Wi-Fi or wireless internet, we might say, el internet inalámbrico. So we continue here that Señor H se registró y empezó a subir a la habitación por el ascensor. So he registers, he completes his registration, he checks in, we might say, from the verb registrarse in our vocab this chapter. Y empezó a subir a su habitación por el ascensor. And he begins to go up to his room. Subir is to go up. You also have another verb in this chapter, bajar, that is to go down. So he checks in and he starts to go up to his room por el ascensor, using the elevator, el ascensor. Now remember, you don't have to know every single one of these words. It's just the bolded words that are so important. So, el internet inalámbrico, Wi-Fi, el ascensor, the elevator, and registrarse, to register, to check in. Of course, as you're doing your assignments this week, if there's a word you don't know, like if you're looking here and you're like, oh gosh, I don't know what necesita means, you can look it up. You can use wordreference.com as an awesome online Spanish-English dictionary. Look up a word if you don't know it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. The goal here is just to improve your Spanish vocabulary. All right, let's keep going with our story here. It tells us that al último momento el botones apareció y ayudó a la señora H con sus maletas. So at the last moment, al último momento, el botones apareció. The bellhop appeared. Y ayudó al señor H con sus maletas, and he helped Mr. Harrison with his bags. So el botones, the bellhop. El recepcionista le dijo a señor H que su habitación era la 305 en el tercer piso y le dio la llave. So the receptionist told Mr. Harrison that his room was room number 305 on the third floor en el tercer piso, and le dio la llave, and she gave him the key. Le dio la llave, the key, and you can see here this really is my room key from when I stayed in Spain, and I was very perplexed. The room key has to be in the little switch here inside the room once you get inside in order for the lights to work. It's sort of like an energy saving thing. So if at any point you take that key out of the light switch, all of the outlets in the room, the lamps, the charging ports, nothing works if you take that key out. So it's interesting. It's good key storage, I guess. You won't lose your key. That's also how you open the door, obviously, with your room key. So the point in saying all this is la llave is the word in Spanish for key. La llave. Okay, let's keep going. It tells us that Señor H llegó a la habitación y le dio una propina al botones. Pidió servicio a la habitación y la camarera se lo trajo. So Mr. Harrison arrived to his room, llegó a la habitación, y le dio una propina al botones. And he gave the bellhop a tip for helping with the bags. So remember, botones, bellhop, habitación, room. Pidió servicio a la habitación. He ordered service to the room, or we would say room service. Servicio a la habitación. Y la camarera se lo trajo. And the camarera literally translates as it can be a waitress, or it can be a maid in this case. In the sense of a hotel, really any hotel employee would be a camarero or camarera. It can be a server, as I said, it can be a maid, any of those kind of things. So camarera in this case, she brought the room service. The last sentence here, le gusta mucho ser huésped. Mr. Harrison really enjoys being a guest. He liked a lot being a huésped, a guest. So one more time, servicio a la habitación, room service. Camarera, waitress or maid. Huésped, a guest. Okay, as we continue, I went the wrong way. As we continue, it says that su habitación tiene, his room has, el aire acondicionado, air conditioning, el aire acondicionado. Su habitación tiene una ducha y papel higiénico. His room has una ducha, a shower, y papel higiénico, hygienic paper, we would say toilet paper. Pero no hay toallas ni jabón. But his room does not have toallas, it does not have towels, toallas, ni jabón, or soap. So you can see here on the left we have some toallas blancas, some white towels, and on the right, jabón, soap. So in response to not having towels or soap, Señor H necesita hablar con el gerente. Mr. Harrison needs to speak with the manager. Hablar con el gerente. The manager, gerente. Now a female manager would be la gerente, or in some countries, la gerenta. Okay, I want to give you a chance to practice with these vocab words you've been learning. It tells us here that you should llenen el espacio con la palabra de vocabulario que mejor completa la oración. So fill in the space here with the correct vocab word that best completes the sentence. And again, if there's a word you don't know, you can always look it up. Some of these you can probably infer. Number one tells us, dos personas que no son involucrados románticamente típicamente quieren una habitación blank. So two people who are not romantically involved with one another typically would like to have a room that is sencilla, I'm sorry, perdón, una habitación doble. They would like to have a double room, one with two beds, right? Una habitación doble. Doble. Number 2 tells us that Beatriz necesita blank para usar la computadora cuando está de vacaciones. So Beatriz needs blank in order to use the computer when she's on vacation. Well, she would need to get a room that has Wi-Fi or el internet inalámbrico. Number 3. Señor H no está contento con el servicio y necesita hablar con blank. Mr. Harrison is not content with the service and he needs to talk with the herente. El herente or la herente. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful to you in beginning to learn some of the vocabulary that you will see here in Module 4. As always, if you guys have any questions at any point, I'm always here and happy to help you. Please feel free to send me an email. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.